people I may or may not know. Now, I'm going to be looking over to the side quite a bit because I'm actually going to be reading off a script for once I actually have one. I've realized just today that it's been like way too long, once again, that I have not posted a vlog installment, if you will. And I thought I'd update. I mean, I have time. According to my handy dandy little mobile cellular distraction device, we have literally only a few 17 days until Graham's birthday, a few 19 until mine, a few 37 until Halloween. I'm still looking at my costume, and a whopping 98 short days until the Covels and I will be loading up a truck, and Gurr and I will be flying back to Missouri. I just hope that we won't be shocked by the weather change up there from the change of what we have down here. Seeing as, down here you may get between the hoodie and, maybe once in a while you might have to have your winter coat on. Kind of weather for our winters, no snow usually. And from up there, I may be looking at a parka, and I'm only halfway joking there. As you can see, I'm not wearing just one, but two scarves today. This one's from Ansley, and I adore this scarf because it's soft. And this one I actually got not too long before I moved. So these two are near and dear scarves to me. It's not that it's cold down here because, let's face it, it's Texas. But I'm trying to make myself think that I'm back home and at least brisk like you guys should be about this time of year. Not that it's saying that it is brisk because, let's face it, 72 degrees isn't exactly chilly. Before we know it, it's going to be the time of year where it's really special to me. Where it's all about candy, masks, fake blood, kid-style parties, and even more importantly, candy. And as everyone who knows me would know, I'd be totally chill with having Halloween all year round. But I like to think that the reservation of having it, just that a month and a half per year is just fine, especially since it makes it more special. I just wish Thanksgiving would last as well, as long. I wanted to address some things that I found in the news, and I wanted to share it in a more, I guess, dynamic way. I've already posted one story on Facebook and I ranted about it, but I really like this story, especially since a lot of people don't really understand it if they're not from that kind of culture, if you will, well, I don't want to ruin for you, but, once I start the story, you'll understand. And also, I'll be discussing two other stories that have caught my eye, literally just moments before I started writing this script, and from there, I'll probably just sign off and let you guys comprehend what's going on. From the Weather Channel, I was just checking the weather, and I was deciding whether or not I should go over to the forum. Because usually, that's a 2-mile walk, maybe, 2.5, depends on what part of the forum I have to go to. Because I'm still trying to get at least a seasonal job, that way I still am working before I get home. And I decided, because of how hot it was going to be, I called over there and find out the manager I need to talk to over at the store I'm really trying for right now. It's not even there. I have to call back Wednesday, which really mostly is going to be Wednesday. I'll go over there, apply to another store, and then talk to the manager there. Hopefully by then she may be able to look at my application. The position I am going to let you know, it's going to be a customer service position, mostly in the decor kind of look. So it's going to be an area that I'm going to be good in, seeing as I'm kind of artistic. I digress. This article I got from the Weather Channel because it's one of the links that you look at below once you're scrolling through the page of whatever weather they have. And it really caught my eye because of the picture they had for the article. And once I started talking about the article, you'll understand why it caught my eye. Now, the article was originally written in Kansas City, Missouri. I didn't know this until I clicked onto the actual page. But it's basically talking about cows eating junk food. I'm not joking. And it's not, junk food for cows. It's our junk food. Because of the drought the nation has been facing this year, because of the weird weather patterns we had, where like down here in the south we've been getting rain, but get back up north where we actually need it, we haven't been getting rain. I mean, I've read places like on the Weather Channel itself and the article itself, it's been kind of the worst drought in the past 50 years. You know, I'd rather not see it get even worse, but hopefully weather and climate will change enough that we'll be able to get our rain back up there. What is going on is because of this drought, corn prices have obviously risen due to the scarcity of actually good corn. So what they're doing is actually feeding cattle junk food that we consume for the starchy, sugary stuff that they need to produce milk. This is mostly dairy farms, mind you. So things like cookies, gummy worms, marshmallows, and Fruit Hoops, if you will. I don't want to get in trouble. Um, have been found to make a really good supplement for these starchy sugar foods. As well as apparently they want the bone find to improve their taste buds as well of, you know, connoisseur kind of cooking or something like that, because they're also feeding them dried cranberries and orange rinds. I didn't even know that those two would also be in the list, but, hey, honestly, I'm not, so upset as other people have been, whining about how cattle need to eat more organic and stuff like that. I honestly don't know where they're coming from when they're saying, why don't you just take them out to a pasture and let them eat grass? Well, honestly, folks, there isn't much grass that can be eaten. And I don't see the point of whining so much. If we run out of gummy worms by the time Halloween hits this year, I'm not going to whine as long as I have milk. In other news, we have from the National Zoo in D.C. I really wish it was something a little bit more happy, but due to the subject, it was kind of interesting, as well as I love this animal. They lost their 8-day-old panda cub. Now, as most people will know, panda cubs are kind of hard to keep. They're kind of fragile. I honestly don't know any other details about its death other than what I was able to read in the article online from USA Today. All we know is the cub's mom was heard being very distressed this past Sunday, and they found the cub as is. The necropsy says that the little guy had some liver problems and fluid in the abdomen. To make myself less sad, I'm going to show you yet another picture of another baby panda. Some of you will not get that reference, and I'm sorry about that. Alright guys, our final article comes from the Daily Squee. I know this isn't really much of a news article, but it's kind of keeps it the theme of animals, and also, let's face it, who doesn't love a picture of a cute animal? This comes from the I Can Has Cheeseburger Network, so also your lolcats comes from there, as well as, even your Know Your Meme comes from there. I love this website. I can go hours on end, looking at it. We have a submitter by the name of Pan77155 who had to give her bunny a bath. Dougal here was not being a nice bunny, and he splashed his mum, and they started winding up having a splash water battle thing. And I say mum because from a little research, literally just clicking onto her profile and making sure that I'm using the right pronoun for male or female, I found out as well that she, as in actually both of them, are from England. Alright people, I'm going to let you go. I really don't have anything much else to say except remember, if you're watching a Doctor Who reference and the Doctor is in a little squirrely, wears Converse shoes, and his hair is kind of like weird, wild, awesome, then it's probably not the 10th Doctor. This is Badger D from down in Texas. I miss you all. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.